So the thing about the Dagga Couple is we are the reluctant activists. This wasn't meant to happen. It wasn't meant to be us. One day we got busted in a very, very heavy way by some very, very aggressive policemen. And it was such a shock to us that you get treated in such a way by police for having dope on you that we decided after a long time, a few months, that this is what we had to do. It's not about cannabis. It's about our right to put into our body whatever we want, just like you.
That was in August 2010, so we're fast heading for 3 years that we've been the Dagga Couple. It's been an incredible journey because in the beginning we didn't really even know anything about medical cannabis. We didn't know very much at all about industrial cannabis, and we had to catch up with the facts and the truths from around the world really, really quickly. And our byline is Dagga the truth. If you're bust or you're in a situation, always tell the truth. So that's the message that we're putting out, is that we have always told the truth, and I think that that's one of the reasons why we've got this far, is we've always been frank and honest with everybody, with our supporters, with the prohibitionists, with the media. We've been true to ourselves. No matter how hard we try, no matter how many flyers we print, no matter how many interviews we give, every single time we go to the mainstream media, the first question that they ask us is the gateway drug. Because the Dagga is the easiest one to blame, because most people smoke Dagga. You know, people who eventually become addicts. It's not a case of if it's right or if it's wrong or the facts or whatever. It's usually people, very conservative religious people, and then the worst are the ex-addicts who have become religious.
There's not many stupid stoners about, and we find that stoners are very switched on cookies again. And in the early days, people would come onto the page and say, "You stupid bunch of stoners," but they can't actually say it to 17,000 people anymore. The most vociferous hate we get is not directed so much at us, but directed at the thought of Dagga being legal. So if somebody posts something on, say, a mainline site like News 24, that's full of fuddy-duddies and conservatives and middle-aged people who sit in front of their television and believe everything they watch. And those are the guys. On News 24 you get some very, very harsh anti-drug propaganda.
And I think that the key is to change the whole drug education thing in schools, and to rather teach kids emotional intelligence, because they preach at kids from up above, and they say, don't do this, don't do that, it's going to ruin your life, whatever, instead of teaching kids how to make informed choices, because it's their choice that is wrong if they get into the ugly drug. It just never ends. And we have to keep up with all the administration of our case. We also work in the movie industry. We still need to earn a living. And so far, as far as the courts are concerned and all of the legal administration, we've done everything ourselves. We write all our court papers ourselves to keep the costs down.
There's no such thing as a generic reply. Everything's such a personal thing. Somebody has a very, very specific and personal problem about their involvement with the cannabis plant. It could be a spouse and alimony and having the kids taken away, and a husband accusing a wife of using the plant, so jeopardizing her as a mother. People who want to know about bail, people who are now deep in the cack in the system, they've made their own choices and now they come to us to try and get out of the cack. It goes on and on and on. And we, you know, it's part of our life, we do it. But it doesn't get any easier because, well, point in fact, we've just been away for 10 days. We shut down systems, we went out of signal, we shut down all the toys, and by the time we got back in 10 days, there were 79 emails to deal with. And some of them just drop you and your heart sinks. In Durban 2 weeks ago, a man that we know was given 8 years in a maximum security prison for growing dope. He won't see his children till they're 16, and they haven't got a father. And I wake up every single morning for the last 2 weeks thinking about it, and it all around you. there are people being busted and treated like animals. You end up with a bankie in a roadblock. We figure it costing in around 25,000 rand to clear your name.